Hi guys, spent $20 here, it's out, finally it's release day. So what we're going to do, rather than look at high level replays, first off we're going to say, what do you do from the very moment you download this game? Make sure you don't make any mistakes, and to save yourself a whole bunch of gems. So don't forget to check your daily cards. These are the cards that kind of go on offer. You can buy those with gold, but don't just buy them randomly because you haven't got them. Buy the ones that you need, or the ones where you just need a few more cards just to get to that level of upgrade. Otherwise you're going to blow all your gold to get progressively more expensive. Don't go crazy getting a hold of those. Now remember, everything I'm going to tell you today is about saving gems as opposed to blowing gems. We'll talk about gemming a little bit later in a different video. Save your gems, the gems that you do have, for your gold. There's nothing more frustrating in this game than not having enough gold when you've got enough cards to upgrade your troops, and you're going into battle and you've got an underpowered card that you could have upgraded if only you had some more gold. Now, what are you going to do on the first day or two when you've downloaded the game? You're probably going to want to try and build your own deck. You're probably going to play with whatever cards that you get, but one of the things that you do need to include is you need to include something with splash damage. Every deck needs it. These are the splash troops that you can use. You might not get the Witch or the Dragon for a little while. Witch, Dragon, what else have we got in there that's splash? Wizard, you probably won't get your Wizard for a while. Now, I will tell you, don't request for Wizard cards so much in your clan. I can assure you, your clan will go furious. People will get really sick and tired of donating wizards. Seems to be the in thing to do. So try not to do that. But make sure that you fill all the donations when people are requesting for cards. You can see there that I've got a Mortar, a Giant Larry, and a Goblin Barrel. Those are not the splash things, although the Giant Larry is technically splashy, explodes. But you can't remove any cards from there. You've got to have 8 cards in there at all times. You do have 3 decks, so you can save 3 decks. But don't forget which deck that you are on. It can be very easy if you're playing with one deck to then go into battle and forget which one that it was, and it's not quite finished and you're going to lose. Don't do that. Make sure you check every time. You're also going to need to take a ranged card. So you've got your Zap, Lightning, Fireball, Arrows. Technically the Rocket is a ranged card. You can defend with that, but it really isn't the best to defend with, and it's extremely expensive. That is a last ditch thing. If you're in serious trouble, you can shoot some troops on your side with it, but if you've got into that position, you're probably in a bit of a pickle already. So guys, enjoy playing around with your deck. It's no point trying to copy a deck that you see perhaps a level 10 or a level 11 player playing with, because they're fighting completely different troops. That won't work. Learn the easy cards first, because they will be included even when you're a level 10, level 11, you're using the most epic cards. You're still going to need to know how to use Goblins, Archers, that kind of thing. They do appear in every deck. Remember to time your crown chest effectively. So this is the chest that you get to open after you've won 10 crowns from your battles. So best thing to do is make sure that that is opened last thing before you go to bed, and then all the time expires whilst you're asleep, and then you can get started straight away. The more time that lays empty, the more time you've wasted. That's the exact same thing with the chests you win during battle. Open the quick ones during the day, let the 3-hour timer run down, and then open one of the really big ones last thing at night, and so that you don't, because you are going to fill unless you're gemming, you're going to fill these 4 slots. They're going to be constantly full, so you need to juggle these around so that you're opening as many as possible. There should be no time when there isn't a chest actually on its way to opening, and it will be if you try and open a silver one before you go to bed. Now, I wouldn't advise creating a clan when you first get into the game. You can't do it till level 3 or 4, I think, anyway. You're going to need donations, so go in somebody else's clan, learn the game before you go off and make your own clan, and don't worry about leveling up. As you're leveling up, that does increase the power of your towers, and it doesn't change your matchmaking. And the matchmaking, just like Clash of Clans if you're a clasher, is purely done by the trophies. And speaking of trophies, let's have a look at our highest current trophy player. Who is it? It's Nix009. One of my favourite players. He comes to the streams, the Clash Royale streams in Camcord, and he's currently at like number 13 in the world. He's pushing hard, he's doing exceptionally well. Let's see where the clan itself is. We're number 23, we need to climb back up. I'm sure we will be able to do that fairly soon. You've got a whole bunch of replays. The great thing about this game is you've got a lot more replays saved than in Clash of Clans. You've got a whole bunch of them right there. Inbox, that's where your inbox is. Now that actually, you often don't notice the messages in there, so don't forget to keep checking that. Right, now I guess we're going to have to do... you must remember to request your cards as well. Don't leave that unrequested either. A bit like your chest, you need to time that properly. Get as many requests in as you can, And also make sure you keep donating to people. That does help you level up. But like I said before, don't be donating really awkward. Don't be requesting really awkward things and annoying everybody like wizards, because they're going to get pretty furious. Right, let's go and do a raid. We'll just do a few basics on how a raid. I'm so obsessed with calling it a raid. It's a battle. Come on then, Lean. So we're going to have a fight with Lean now. Play the highest arenas that you possibly can. You get more gold and you get more decent cards. So there's no real advantage to being lower down, especially if your crown chest slots are always going to be full. Oh, he's dropped an expo. Luckily, I've got my barbs down. I don't normally split them, but it was my only ground troop I had at the time. Lightning on his expo. Not going to live a lot longer. He might get a few shots off on... No, he didn't get any shots off onto my tower. Perfect. So this game, guys, is all about countering. When you first start playing this, you will probably, almost certainly play too offensively, and you'll wonder how the other player managed to build so many troops and absolutely destroy you. It feels like they've got so much more elixir than you. That's why you need to hang back, and you need to play a bit more defensively than you probably do when you start out. Counter-attack is key. It's how you'll win the game. There we go. So he's destroyed those with the arrows. Now I'm going to probably... I've got a goblin barrel here. Here he goes. He's going to go after my tower. So I'm going to redirect these barbarians, walk them as far as I can towards the middle. Then I put my other barbarians behind to try and get the musketeer, try and distract these other barbarians. And look at that. I've come out of that with some troops left over. He's lost all his troops. I'm going to send my goblin barrel now because I know he's starved and he might not have cards ready. Shall I drop my freeze? I probably dropped it a little bit late. Be very careful when you're freezing a tower. Don't waste it. Only do it if it's worth it. That was just about... barely worth it. But if you drop a freeze and they fire arrows, your freeze sits there, it's doing nothing. You spend a whole bunch of elixir, and you will lose a lot of battles that way until you get the hang of that. Right, so here we go again. Right, I can get 3 different things now with my lightning. Lightning's got 3 zaps. I'm going to drop my spear goblins. That wasn't quick enough. Needed the expo to target my spear goblins, but it's nearly down anyway, so I didn't lose lots of tower. Expos make you rage. This game will make you want to rage quit. I've seen so many people rage quit. I mean, it's good. It's awesome that people rage quit. It means you're so involved. But when you make a mistake and you lose the entire battle, honestly, you want to smash your iPad. That's the beauty of this game. Oh, here we go. There's a wizard at the back. I'm going to have to sneak in round the back with my barbarians, surround that wizard. No point putting them next to my tower. He would have splash damaged them. Got my freeze on. Get some minions over the top of him just to make sure that wizard really is dead. And he's fireballed all my troops. But at least he didn't get to my tower. Right, what do we got now? So his right-hand side tower's nearly down. I can send my goblin barrel. I could get ready with my lightning here in case he tries to defend it. But if he does... Oh, no, I need my lightning here for my expo. Managed to get my barbs out in front of it. He's not shooting my tower. Perfect defense against the expo. Expos can be so annoying till you figure out how to beat them. People will expo your towers down, and you will hate them for it. 99 on the right-hand side tower. As soon as my lightning comes, I can take that tower down. He's not going to be able to push hard enough to get one of my towers, so I'm just on the defensive right now. Spread my minions so those arrows didn't get them all. These minions will take this bomb tower, but it really is irrelevant. I'll fire my goblin barrel, which will bring in my next card, which is my lightning. So even if this goblin barrel gets defended, which it did, I can just fire my lightning. And we've got him in the sudden death. So that was fairly easy. So like I say, guys, practice with the easier cards, practice with the common cards, because you will always be using them, whatever deck that you use. Don't try and rush ahead to get the really big cards and blow loads of gems and then find out some of those big cards you don't even want to use. Anyway, that's certainly something that I did when I first started, and I regretted it intensely. So we'll be back this week, guys. I'm going to show you the best decks for each of the arenas and each of the levels that you guys are at, and hopefully that'll help you progress in this game as quickly as you can and get really good and proficient at countering these people and not having to rage quit and smash your iPad. Thank you guys for watching. Please do like, comment, and subscribe, and share these videos with your friends. Don't share these videos in your friends. That would be so weird. Send everyone!